Just come for a bit of a camp in the native. Like I've said a while ago, coming in to check these trail cameras I've had out since April, or since March actually, to this one here. And I really expected the batteries to be flat on it, but the batteries are still going. But for some reason unbeknown to me, it hasn't been taking photos for months. Just checked the date on the last one. There's a hell of a lot of deer on here from April when I camped in here during the raw. Been some good stags on here too. I'll just turn it on. Yeah, it's showing 2 bars, 2 out of 3 bars on the battery, so which is very surprising. I don't know what the hell's going on there. It's sort of, it's gone into shutdown mode. Yes, it's got 300 and, I don't know if you can see that very well, 328 photos and videos on there. The night vision ones are not that flash, especially on those real dark nights. But it didn't take long to start seeing the deer on there. Yeah, so there's a hell of a lot of footage. I'll upload some of those photos and videos, and there's one really nice stag on there. I think he's that big bodied one I had on there from April last year. Not a massive head, but pretty good head, pretty nice head for around here anyway. And they're cruising across that clearing back behind me, and this is the clearing I camp on down here. I've got a young fella Caleb with me today, camping overnight, and yeah, you can have a stalk around, have a bit of a stalk around in the native and see what we can come up with. Head back out again tomorrow, so he's just setting up the tent. It's had a few showers on and off already when it got started today, but hopefully it clears up and then no rain till we walk out tomorrow, hopefully. See how we go. This is the new pack I'm trying out. Been using it for a little while now. It's very comfortable. Quite comfortable actually. Haven't got it fully loaded because we're only doing one night, but yeah, it's a pretty comfortable pack so far. Quite liking it. And I was a bit worried about having a rain cover on it. I've got a Tatonka rain cover at home, but when I realised it's got a very bottom pouch on it, had a rain cover in there, so which is pretty cool, pretty handy. That's got that bino harness and stuff with it in here, but obviously don't need binoculars here in this native, so won't be doing any long range stuff in here. It's going to be all pretty close if we see something. So righto, I'll set the tent up, and I bought my Domex, so I'll get that set up and go for a stalk somewhere and have a look. A few marks around, not heaps and heaps of marks, but a few marks around, enough to get me excited. And there's actually fresh marks right in front of the camera just up here, and yeah, obviously didn't take their photo though. I don't know why, with that camera still had pretty good batteries on it, but it was yeah, anyway, get set up and go for a look. Right, so camp set up, that's my Domex there. Young fella's banished over into the corner over here. Must be a bit of a hard man, he sleeps without a sleeping mat, so I'm going to give him my Timu one when we get back to Mango. Hey man. Otherwise you'll end up with a wrecked back like mine. Last time I come out with Kelly.
Oh, you go.
Told you there's less steeplejack over this side.
No, it's an open, yeah.
It's still not easy though. Feel like Frodo Baggins going up Mount Doom. That's it up there. Oh, dinner is served. Caleb's just gone down to get some water. He left his water bottle on the back of the ute, and we've come all the way into here, so he's just taken his billy and his I think he's got freeze-dried real meal for dinner, so he's just gone down to get water, and we'll fill his billy up down there. I think he might even heat the water up down there, so save spilling it on the way back up, and just pour it into that packet and then come back up. So yeah, pretty good walk. Went down and checked that trail camera I had way down this ridge. It was a bit of a mongrel walk. It's real bad steeplejack in places, pretty steep. So I'm used to it, but don't think my companion was too pleased with it. But yeah, it is what it is. And we didn't spook any deer today. Don't think we did anyway that we heard, but it's quite a lot of marks around. It's a pretty good sign for the raw, really. And on the way to check that camera, I noticed on my GPS it had another one on there, and so I've actually got 3 cameras to check. The footage of one. I've bought a card, SD card, so I'm going to leave the one on this clearing where the big stag was, on my camp clearing. I'm going to leave a camera set up there, bought some fresh batteries for it, so I'll set that up before we leave, and yeah, I'll do that in the morning before we bugger off, and yeah, see what's around between now and raw when I come back in here for the raw. And I think it might be a good raw in here this year. Last year was a bit patchy, and then I headed off to the South Island, so that sort of buggered that up for around here. They just started to crank up around here actually when I went down south, so yeah, I'll go and eat my baked beans and Waddy's big breakfast, and yeah, plan B, have a look around this afternoon, late this afternoon, just before dark, couple of good spots not too far from here, so I'll check those out. Yeah, quite a few birds around, you know, tuies and stuff around. I just got 1080'd in April, right during the roar really, or just before the start of the roar. I got 1080'd, and there's one right there. There's a big fat pigeon just going past right then. There's heaps of birds, and I was just saying to Caleb, when they 1080'd it here, there was 1080 pellets laying all over the ground, and they were starting to go mouldy. They were soft and mouldy, but still heaps of pellets left. And I done, in 2 days for that roar, I done 28 k's of walking around in this native, and I seen no dead deer at all, not a single dead deer. I seen 22 dead possums during that 28 k's of walking, and 3 dead birds, one of which was a wood pigeon. So yeah, but there was still heaps of birds. Like, it was bloody noisy in the bush with birds. So I was saying to him, a lot of people say, oh, the bush goes quiet after 1080. Well, it was, chances are you can go there before 1080 and listen sometimes, and it's just quiet, just for whatever the time of day, or there's no berries in that part of the bush or whatever. Don't know what reason, but sometimes the bush is just silent anyway. But my point was that there was still heaps of birds around, even straight after that poison drop, and the pellets were going mouldy on the ground, and had tipped a few birds over, but didn't put a dent in the cats, because I've seen quite a few cats on that hunt straight after the 1080, so it didn't put a dent in the cats at all. But yeah, so dinner time before it goes cold, and yeah, have a look around after that. Yeah, just a bit of a tip if you want to clean out your pot. How you can see in there, you just get some fern and stuff, give it a wipe out. Squeaky clean. Not bad, not bad. Or I can go and steal one of the old mate's socks or something and wipe it out with that, one of his clean socks or his t-shirt, while he's down getting water. But nah, yeah, always just wipe that out with a bit of greenery, and job done. Saves running down to the bloody creek to wash it. I'm only staying one night anyway, so I just wash that out in the sink when I get home. But yeah, oh, there's one tip. This camp all packed up. Oh, mate over here's just fucking crawled out of bed. Late start for these young fellas. I was going up to swap the chip out in this card. Chuck some fresh batteries in there and leave it here for the start of the roar till I come back next time. Good thing about bringing a bottle of Coke with you when you go out camping. Just put some water in it. Hold some water for drinking on the way out. It's going to be about a 1 hour climb out of here, out of where we camped, up to back up to get the ride out. So yeah, and I don't fill it right up. I only take probably just enough for what I need. You don't want to carry excess water and then tip it out at the other end or whatever. So just get enough just to get you back to civilization. Yeah, got a bit of meat on board, so cool. And one of the cameras I checked yesterday, it's been out for 9 months, and it's showing there's no photos on the SIM card, on the SD card, so pretty annoying. That was down the worst place too. That's why it was stayed down there for 9 months. I didn't want to go down. It was so bad with the super jack vines and pretty steep. Had a solar panel on that one, so in theory it shouldn't have been flat. So it's going to be interesting to see if their battery's charged up or not. And it didn't have full direct sun on the solar panel, but it should still be enough to keep the battery charged. So it'll be interesting to see. And there's fresh marks on the wallow right in front of it. So I don't know whether it's just not showing. I took that SD card out of that camera, which doesn't have a screen on it, put that into my other camera so I can actually check it, and it says no files. So that's not a good sign, but it might be a different format or something and says no files because of that, but I'm hoping that's what it is, and I'm hoping there is some pictures on there. I'll have to check them on the laptop when I get home. But yeah, chuck this water in the pack and carry on.